started. Good evening and welcome to the 2024 Candidate Forum. Tonight we're going to be hearing from candidates running for the Village of McFarland Trustee, the Dane County Board of Supervisors, and the McFarland School Board. My name is Katie Vogelsang and I'm the Executive Director for the Chamber here in town. Carly Eilenfeld, she's a Chamber member and she is also the owner of Spartan Nutrition, and she's going to be our moderator for this evening. This event is an opportunity for the candidates to discuss a wide range of topics important to them in this community and a chance for voters to get to know more about you. Thank you to the Village of McFarland for broadcasting this event. It's available to watch via McFarland Cable's YouTube channel. Additionally, this event is being recorded and can be watched again at your convenience. As a reminder, Election Day is Tuesday, April 2nd, and polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Voters should visit My Vote Wisconsin for all Election Day information, including absentee voting dates and times, as well as to confirm their polling place. Now for tonight, each candidate will be provided an opportunity to introduce themselves before we begin the question portion of the event. There's 5 questions in total that will be asked to the candidates. At the conclusion of the question period, each candidate will be provided a chance for closing remarks. The candidates will be afforded 2 minutes for the introduction, 2 minutes for each question, and 1 minute for their closing. We're going to go in alphabetical order of the candidates' last names, and we'll start in this order of the introduction and move to the second person, third person, and then go through that way. Please note we're planning about 2 hours for this event tonight, and we will not be taking any questions from the public tonight. So Bella here also will be timing this for your 2 minutes, and she'll give you a 30-second warning if you need it. And I will turn it over to Carly. Get started.
Perfect. So for the introduction, please provide an introduction. Tell us about yourself, your background, your education, and why you are running for village trustee.
Okay. I'm first, right? I think we're all L's. So hi, I'm Elisa Leamy. I grew up in the Madison, Wisconsin area, went to the University of Montana and got my bachelor's degree in history, met my husband there. We moved back to the Madison area, and currently I'm working as a senior consultant for a consulting firm. I help laboratories all across the United States install Epic's lab system. So I work with people from all over the country. Also worked at UW prior to that. I got very involved last year in the Public Safety Committee as a part of the village process when one of my neighbors put in an application to rent their house via Airbnb. And I was disappointed in the lack of ordinances that the village had for those buildings. So I started attending meetings. I think I went to about 8 months worth of meetings, gathered information from my neighbors, and realized really that I liked being involved in the processes of the village, and went to a lot of village board meetings and learned really cool things that were happening that I didn't know before. And so I decided that it would be good and fun for me to try to help kind of make decisions for other people like me in the village, parents. You know, I love everything about McFarland, so I'm really happy to have this opportunity.
All right. Thank you. My name is Miguel Peña. At the age of 15, I immigrated from Colombia to the United States. I graduated high school from Janesville, Craig. Shortly after that, I joined the United States Navy. So I'm a veteran. I was a damage controlman there, stationed in San Diego. Later on, I graduated from National University out of San Diego with a degree in information management. Currently, I work as a business intelligence officer. So I deal a lot with data reporting for a local taxing district down in Florida. So I'm involved in some community programs and things like that, more in the back end of things. But I'm very interested on how to use data and technology to help communities. So I'm looking forward to implement those or use those skills here in the village. Alongside that, I also serve in the DI committee here in the village for a little over a year now. So I'm committed to that work. and looking forward to put in my background, my education, and my dedication to the community. Thank you.
Okay. I'm Lowell Prell, and my wife and I lived for 50 years in the village of Alto near Waupun, where we raised our family. My wife passed away 10 years ago. I made the decision to move to McFarland to be close to our two daughters and their families. I retired from, after 40 years, a career in the customer service and quality control technician in a large appliance manufacturer in Ripon, Wisconsin. I served on the Waupun Area School Board for 18 years, on the Moraine Park Technical College Board at Fond du Lac for 9 years, and the Alto Town Board where we lived for 8 years. I enjoy public service and seeing McFarland community grow and go forward into the future. I also served here in McFarland on the Senior Outreach Committee.
Awesome. So question number 1, what excites you the most about wanting to join the village board as a trustee?
Well, I said it a little bit in my introduction, but I really became very excited and engaged last year learning about processes and policies within the village. And I am excited to kind of take some of my personal experiences as a citizen of McFarland and as a parent to help the village make informed decisions.
What excites me about wanting to join the village board as a trustee is to make meaningful impact in the community. Having personally experienced the challenges and rewards of immigration, I understand the importance of fostering an environment where everyone feels welcome and has an equal chance to succeed. As someone deeply passionate about data and its potential to drive positive change, I am excited to the prospect of leveraging my skills and expertise to contribute to data-driven decisions within the village. I believe by harnessing the power of data, we can identify areas for improvement, optimize services, and ensure that our community thrives in a sustainable and inclusive manner. Being a veteran has instilled me a sense of duty, discipline, and commitment to a higher cause, and I'm eager to bring these qualities to the village board, working collaboratively with fellow trustees and community members to address issues, implement effective policies, and enhance the overall well-being of our residents. Moreover, my role in the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee reflects my commitment to building a community that embraces and celebrates its diversity. I'm excited about the opportunity to actively contribute to shaping policies that promote fairness, equity, and understanding among all residents. Thank you.
I see it as a leadership role to provide leadership for the village to go forward and have somewhat controlled growth. This community is growing, and that's great. And I also am interested in seeing the quality of lifestyle continue here and being a welcoming and open community.
Perfect. So question number 2, we'll start with you, Miguel. What are some things you would like to change or at least see done differently as a member of the village board?
Okay. Enhancing community engagement. Personally, since I've been here, I see a lot of wanting to be engaged. A lot of folks from all kinds of walks of life, they just want to be part of something, right? They want to be helpful. They want to impact the community. So I think enhancing that and harnessing that and providing some sort of outlet for that, which is already there, but definitely enhancing it a little bit. Promoting sustainable development. I'm keen to ensuring our community grows in a sustainable environment and environmentally responsible manner. I have attended a few of the meetings for that committee, and I was immediately blown away with how progressive and how engaged the community is with green initiatives. So I'm definitely looking forward to continue that work, and just incredibly proud of McFarland for how they're leading in that area. Advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion, has become a work that is close to me. So I definitely want to keep supporting what the DI community is doing. And then as a personal, maximizing the use of technology and data to ensure that we are identifying areas where we can improve and how we can use technology to further that our village policies. Thank you.
Okay. I'd like the comprehensive plan is not only a 10-year plan, but it should be looked at every 5 years to see where we're at, because things change. And with a lot of growth, we have to kind of stay on top of that. And because as the community grows, there's other issues as far as the role the village plays in it, as far as providing services. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing the village grow.
One thing that I thought has been really great about the village in the past year or so is the effort that I feel like they've made to have more community engagement. On their Facebook page, they post a lot about public information sessions, which I think are very important to get everyone's impact on what. Sorry, I got distracted with the kids out there. I'm sorry. Anyways, what I was going to say is I think that there's a lot, if you guys are all active on social media, there's always a lot of talk in our community pages, and it seems to be reactive rather than proactive. So I think the village could make a better effort at, us as trustees, and I've seen that with some of the trustees here in the past, posting on some of those community pages about important things that are coming up, important votes, important topics that are being discussed in committees, and when those committees take that to the village board to vote. Because I feel like a lot of the citizens of the village feel like, well, hey, we didn't know this was happening. And it is up to everybody to try to be informed, but I think that we could do a better job.
Perfect. So for question number 3, what are your top 3 priorities if elected into this position?
Okay. Well, the 3 top priorities would be a safe, welcoming community. As it grows, things change, and have the prosperity so that people living here can make a good living and can be a home for all.
My top 3 priorities are, I have a lot of friends that don't live in McFarland, and they never say to me, hey, Elisa, let's go to McFarland and go shopping and have a drink or dinner or lunch. And so I think as we are growing our community, we're having a lot more housing. I would like to see, better businesses coming in so we can shop, drink, do everything in McFarland that I'm going to our other Monona. I'm going to Wanakee to do that kind of stuff. And I would really like to do that here in McFarland. Another priority I have is the thing I love the most about McFarland are the parks, the bike paths, and the walking trails that we have here. And we have such amazing community events surrounding those paths. And so I want to encourage improving that as it is right now, including parks and, again, bike paths. And then the third priority is I am a mom, and I've been very interested in trying to be involved in the aquatic center that is being discussed about being put into McFarland. So I'm interested in that, but also figuring out how we can fund it without putting that burden on our taxpayers.
Priorities for me, community engagement and transparency, so I agree with that. Definitely implement initiatives to enhance community engagement, such as regular town hall meetings, online forums, community surveys, harnessing social media. Foster transparency by providing accessible information about village board decisions and budgets and upcoming projects. My DEI work, so I already touched on that, so we can keep going. Smart growth and sustainable development. Support and advocate for responsible and sustainable development practices within the village. Explore opportunities for green initiatives, which we already have a lot of those, but continue that work. Collaborate with relevant stakeholders to plan for future, ensuring that growth is balanced and with environmental considerations as well-being residents. And definitely supporting local businesses to provide those amenities that Elisa really wants, so.
Okay, so for question number 4, are you in favor of new business growth in McFarland? And Elisa, we'll start with you.
Well, the answer is yes. I wrote in my thing yes, and I know you want me to explain it. So I suppose I would say that there's definitely a safe way to expand businesses. I worry about how fast some of the other communities around our area have grown, so that's definitely concerning. But I do think that there are so many, McFarland has so many things to offer to other people from surrounding communities, and I think if we add more businesses, that people will want to come here more and yes, live here, but also just visit for the day, which I think is really good for our community. They'll shop at the grocery store too, go to Culver's, so.
Yeah, definitely in support of business growth. I think that having a good balance between residential and commercial is important for any community. Provides funds so that we can, grow as a village. But also, I believe that having some of those businesses are going to bring jobs, and having people that live in McFarland, work in McFarland, and shop in McFarland is important to for us to build a sense of community and become pillars of the community so that we can keep growing in that social aspect.
Yes, I'm in favor of new businesses for the quality of life, grocery store or more shopping opportunities for local, for families, and whatever other businesses that would really want to relocate or upstart here in the community would be great. And so I just think, if you look across the state in a lot of small communities, they aren't doing as well. But McFarland is doing great, and it certainly can move forward in the area of new businesses.
And then for question number 5, in your role as a trustee, how would you ensure that the village is welcoming and inclusive for all residents? Miguel, start with you.
Thank you. Promoting diversity and inclusion policies. I think that's important to ensure that we are putting up a face that ensures folks that we are inclusive, that people are safe here, that they can find a place where they can call home, and we can keep growing with that in mind. Community outreach and engagement. Again, I already touched on that, but definitely providing those avenues and encouraging folks to get together, reach out to all the different nonprofits, the churches, the grassroots organizations that we have in the village already doing a lot of good work, how we can foster that as a village and provide support and grow those opportunities. Representation of decision making, ensuring that when they do come to those village boards, to those committees, that they feel represented with what they see in leadership. Inclusive events and celebrations. I know we have a couple of events there, but definitely working a little bit more in that to ensure that we build that sense of community that it's already a big thing. That was when I first moved here. That was one of the first things that I noticed just driving around, going to the local store. You can sense the sense of community, and that's why I wanted to get involved in McFarland. So I definitely want to keep fostering that. Addressing disparities. So hopefully through data and technology, we can keep identifying those, assessing those, and addressing those with the DEI committee. And then collaboration with community organizations. I see a lot of folks doing good work, so I definitely want to keep build those relationships and support that growth.
Okay, well, be a welcoming community, be a good neighbor, reach out to people, and open the communications systems that we can get to know each other, and these village activities that they have in the summer, and that's a great opportunity for people to come together and share. And once again, it's all about people and how they react to other people. It makes it a welcoming and opening community. You see somebody wave or say hello, that's great.
Well, I think that the village with the DI committee has done a really great job ensuring that we're trying to be more inclusive. But community engagement is very important, where we ask our residents to share their thoughts and feelings. I think accessible services are really important, which we're doing that with some of our plans for parks in the future, and the library park as well. I think it's very important to celebrate diversity and just community representation in general, making sure that we have the proper representation to be welcoming and inclusive.
So then for closing, please provide any closing remarks, final statements, or other topics of interest. And this one, we'll start with Lo.
Well, I'm a retired senior, and I have the time and energy to serve the community on the village board. I will bring leadership skills and decision-making ability to the board, and I'm looking forward to seeing McFarland remain a great place to live.
Well, I am a mom and a wife, and I live here, and I love it. And I moved here because of the schools and the community. So I really look forward to representing myself and other parents and community members to try to do the best that I can.
When I first came to McFarland, I immediately felt welcomed. Just driving around the neighborhood when I was looking where I was going to buy, just by simply driving around the neighborhood, I feel safe, I feel welcome, and that was a selling point for me, 100%. The school district has been amazing. I live in California, I live in Florida, and trying to get the school to provide any sort of support for my son was impossible. So within a week, the school was reaching out to me, asking, how can we help? What can we do for you? So to me, that was a selling point. Like, I'm staying here 100%. So I want to contribute to that. I think I have a lot of potential with my background, my military service, my skills in technology, in data, to make an impact. And I just want to serve and do what I can to make this an even better place to live for everyone.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you very much to all three of you. We will just take a quick, brief 5-10 minute break while we change things around, and we'll get ready for our next group in just a moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.